Right, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be me attempting to show people how to assemble the double wardrobe, the brims range from IKEA. Because I know some people find it hard to, follow the instructions because the instructions aren't like that clear. So I'm going to do my best to try and make it as easy as possible. And I'm going to make it a nice short video, so it's not going to be dragged out. But I'm going to, cover key points. So the first thing you want to do is get everything out of the box and lay them all out so that you can see all the individual parts. So like these are the sides here, side one, side two. I've got the doors there, and then like all the other parts are downstairs at the moment. And to do this job, all you're going to need is a hammer to knock the nails in on the board on the back, a flathead screwdriver to you'll see the connections later on, and you need a Phillips screwdriver, and I recommend getting if you get your hands on a cordless screwdriver, it'll make your job a lot easier. Right, and let's jump to part one. Part one, you want to get the sides, which are these long. It's the biggest part in the box. There's two of them. Face them so all the holes are facing upwards. The other side is just like plain flat white. And you'll notice there's a back part and then there's a front part. And the front part, there's two holes every, so there's one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. And that's for these hinge brackets. So like I say, so the first thing I do is get packet 2, open it, take out 6 of these brackets and 12 of these screws, which is this sort, like a little fat screw. And I'll jump over to it, try and set the camera up to show you more carefully what to do. Right then, like I say, there's 6 of these, and they go on the, I'm going to call this the clean side, which it means the showing side, and the back side is like the dirty side, like a back side. So if you look at the brackets, it's got an A and a B. Let's just focus in. So you want to put it on the B, and the location is, like you said, there's 2 holes at the, if I zoom out, like just one there, one in the middle, one at the end. So on the one side it's pretty easy, but on the other side you'll notice there's a few extra holes here, so you've got to make sure you put it in the right one. So if you look at the bottom, you've got these 4 holes like this. It's the next one up, so you put 1, 2, 3, make sure you put it on the B. And then when you tighten them up, what you want to do, you'll see like on the bracket, if you look at it, if the camera's picking it up, you'll see like a little line. You want to try and get that as centre to the screw as you can, or you can just push them all down. If you push them all down like that, put them all in the same position, then you'll have no problems. Or the other thing you can do is not put them up very tight at this stage, just nip them up, and then you can move them up and down when you get to put the doors on. But I'm going to put them in the middle. So you put them in the middle, get your screwdriver, put it in, get it nice and straight. As soon as you hear that noise, just loose off. Okay, it's a bit hard to do with one hand. But so I'm going to tighten all these 12 bolts up, then I'll be straight back. Right, so now we're on to the next stage. Thought I'd just add as well, I'm just like a regular guy. I ain't no professional fixer or nothing. But I mean, I have built the triple wardrobe, got a chest of drawers, got this sort of chest of drawers here, and the dressing table, which are all from IKEA, and I've recently built them, so, and they've gone together nicely, so I am actually becoming an expert. Anyway, next thing you need to do is open up packet 1, and you'll see these parts. And you need to get 10 of these, and I'll show you where they go. Once you've done a few IKEA things, you'll notice the difference. You get like a bigger hole and a smaller hole. The bigger hole is always like a dowel, a wooden dowel, and the smaller hole is always one of these. So if you look at the middle bracket, if you come down on the outside, put one there. On the other side, straight opposite, put one there. Then these little corners where there's 4 holes, you'll see there's 2 small holes and 2 larger holes. And like I say, the smaller ones, you put these in. And the larger ones are for the dowels. So this right hand side has 2 here, but the left hand side doesn't. So you've got like 6 in this one and only 4 in this one. So you put the other 4, like I said, in the smaller holes. So you've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. And I'm not going to bore you by showing you tightening every single one up, but just to show you what, get your screwdriver, make sure you're nice and straight, and then just, when you hear that different sound, especially if you use a cordless, it's time to stop. If you look at them, they'll be like nice and flush like that. So I'll tighten the other 8 up, and I'll be straight back. Right, so now this part is putting the bottom base on. You'll have 2 square panels. That's the top one, that's the bottom one. The way you can tell the bottom one is because it's got these holes cut out. And what you want to do, you want to place it onto these top, whatever these things are called. But what you're going to need to do, you need 4 of these. 4 of these wooden dowels, and then see how you got the bigger hole. You got the bigger hole, the smaller hole. The bigger hole goes to that. So you want to put it in the smaller hole, which is next to it. And there's 4. There's 2 on this side. And if I flip it over, there's 2 on the other side. So I'll get the dowels in first, then I'll show you what to do. Alright, this next part is going to be a bit tricky because I'm on my own. And this depends whether you're on your own or not, how you do it. If you're on your own, what you want to do, you want to flip it over so the dirty side's facing upwards. And then the board that you've just put the dowels in, you want the dirty face upwards. And then what you do is you slot it into, if you remember there was one of these at the bottom, one of these at the top, you slot it into the top one and the dowel will go in. And then you need to get 4 of these little, I don't know the technical names for all this stuff, but these little white things, whatever they're called, gripper doings or whatever they. So anyway, so once you've got that side on and you've tightened it up, you go on to the other side. And bear in mind, I want to try and do this with one hand actually. Put the tripod on here, I wonder if it'll pick it up. So it might not be the best camera angle, but what you want to do is, so you line it up. Say you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to put it on the top 2, and then the little dowels are on here. So you line it up with that. Line it up with that. Push it together. Bang it up, and then the 2 holes there. You get them white, whatever we call them. Where the bolt comes in, you want the open. You want this facing outwards, the open gap on there. Push it in as far as you can, and turn it clockwise till it goes tight. Same again. Put it in, turn it clockwise till it goes tight. And that's that section done. Once we get the top on and we can dowel the back on, it'll become quite stable then. You just got to be careful at the moment now, because if you move it, it'll tear them out. If you move it and these try to open, it's going to break. So we'll get on to the next stage and I'll show you what to do. I do recommend that you use 2 people to put this together, but when you're an expert like me, you can do it on your own. Joke. Oh, look at me. I've been like a bull at a gate. You don't need to put this side on yet. So what I was just saying was, it was good though, because it showed you how to just put that one side on. Next thing you need to do, you need to get these 2 parts, the 2 smaller parts with the 2 holes. You need to get 9 of the raw plugs, not raw plugs, what I'm on about, wooden dowels. Put 3 on the one side, but not on the side where the holes are. And on the other one, put 3 on one side and 3 on the other. I don't know if you can see what I mean from the video. So this one's got 6 on. This one's only got 3 on that side. And you'll see why in a minute. Right, so now we need 4 more of these thingamajigs. And we need these 2 special looking, what's-it-me-calls. So what you need to do is where the 2 holes are. Remember, one's got them in, one hasn't. So what you want to do is put that in the one side. Put that in one side. Stick the thingamajigs in. So you pull it out, stick it in. Stick it in, pull it out slightly, stick it in. Then you want to get your flathead. You want to get your flathead, turn it clockwise. There we go. Same with that one, turn it clockwise. And now what you're going to do, you're going to attach these together. So you can see now why you didn't put the 3 dowels on the one side, because the dowels on this side all connect to that side. So you put it together, nip it all up. When you do it as well, make sure you have the 2 nice sides facing this way and the 2 back sides on the other side. So it's going to look weird. And then put this in the other side, tighten it up. That pulls it all tight then. Put this in this side. That's it. That's it. That's all tight. See, this is why you're watching this video, because we all make mistakes. I've had to flip it back over so that the shiny edge is on the facing upwards, not facing downwards like I originally said. And the reason being is because you have to, that part we just built where we had to put the thingamajig in with the whatchamacallit, this has to go on the back. And you'll see where you've put the bottom part in, there's 3 little holes where then dowels will go into. So you slot that in. You know, you see the 3 dowels, 1, 2, 3. So then when we put the other side back on, they slot into it. But before we do that, you need to get this part, which is just a plain white board, but on the one side it's got like 10 like little holes, and this side it's got nothing. What we need is another 4 dowels. You put 2 in each side, and if you remember what I said, a smaller hole for the dowels. Right, I'm going to try and explain this as best as I can. So that middle part, when you put it in, the 10 holes you want facing inwards to the other side that has the 10 holes. So if you notice, the other side, it has no holes at the bottom. So you want to make sure this board is facing towards the same one that has the other 10 holes. So then if you look on this side of it, it's just blank. So when you put that side on, it will just be blank on this part, so you won't be able to put no shelves in. If you put this the wrong way around, when you get to put shelves in, you'll have to take it all back out again. So yep, you push it in with the dowels, and then on the back, see this bigger hole at the top, bigger hole at the bottom, you're going to have to use the ones, it's these big bolts. There should be an Allen key with it, I'll have a look in a minute. But they go in there like that, one there, one there. Then just tighten them up hand tight. You'll get a feel for it. You'll know when it's pretty tight like. Right, next part, you've got these two smaller boards. This one's like the shelf, and then you've got this one that's got them holes for them thingamajigs. On the one that's got the hole, the bigger holes on the end. Remember earlier in the video, I said smaller holes for these. So you put two of those in, drill them down. And that part goes on top of here. So you've already got the dowel there. So this bit, I don't know how tricky this is going to be, but that bit goes on there, and then that bit pops into there. See how hard this is to do one hand. So you line them up first. Looks like it's a two-hand operation. Whee! Don't know if that's picking it up. So yeah, just pull that out, slot that in, push that down, bang that, pull that. Then we need two more, well we need four more, we need two for there. And then two for there. So put them in, tighten them up the same as the others. And it's getting closer to the end, this is. Oh gee, I'm getting to the stage, I wish I never started this video, but I'm going to persist with it. Next you need the two straight long pieces. I mean, you're starting to get low on parts now, so it's quite easy to identify the parts. On the end you want to put a dowel, and then the same on the other end. And then you're going to have to use them thingamajigs again. So what I'll do is put one in there, and tighten it up. And then you need to put one in underneath in the top of there. And then we're going to be putting the side back on. So what you might need two people, because you're going to have to line all this up and then slide the side on. But I'm not going to try and hold the camera while I'm doing that, so I'll just slide the side back on and show you where we am then. Well, I just wanted to catch this bit on camera, so I like to show you can do it on your own. So all you do is line them all back up, all the wooden dowels and the thingamajigs and all that kind of stuff. And then just tap it across. You might have to get these in the right position, because if they've moved, there's like an arrow on it and it has to point towards the pin. So once it's pointing towards the pin, there we go. And then just tighten these back up. And then don't forget to put one in there and one underneath there. And don't forget to tighten this bottom one up here. That's it. I might as well quickly jump to this part. These white these white feet stick on the bottom here. So you might as well do that while you still got it upside down. There's one there, one there, one there, one in each corner. Right, so I'll just finish this off and then we get to the next stage. I think the next stage will be nailing the back on, or maybe putting the top on. Right, so this is the top. You want to get this, there's two of these little white, like, them actually door stoppers. And the big hole that's in the top on the underside, you just want to knock them in. It's better to lay it down flat and do it. Actually, we're starting to run out of space. Right, I'm going to lie this down to do this. Right, once you've hammered them in, put the last 4 of these connectors in the ends. Then it's going to be slotted onto the top. What I want to do now, I want to stand it up on its feet to put the lid on, the top or whatever it's called. Because I want to turn it round, I want to lay it back on its front so I can nail the back on. So I want to stand it up, stand on the bed, put the lid on the top, and we'll see how it goes from there. The end is near. Right, before we put the lid on, put the 4 like dowels in the 4 small holes on the top. Don't know where the cameras, can't even see. There we go. Then line them up with the holes, and then just slot the top on, and see where we am from there. I've actually got a proper sweat on. Yeah. Right, once the lid's on, put 4 more of those thingamajigs in, or thingamabobs, I can't remember what they're called now. So put them in, tighten them up, and then we are definitely on the final leg. So the doors and the handles to put on. I'll tell you what, if you can afford to get somebody else to do it, I highly recommend that. Because on a 1 to 10, I mean, difficulty level is probably only about a 5, but it's just awkward, as in like, I mean, them triple ones was really awkward to do on your own. This one's not as bad, but I don't know, if it was your first time trying to put a flat pack together, I don't know, there's so many like little things that you could do wrong. I mean, if you always make sure you get the front and back the right way around, because you put one of these on the wrong way around, you're pretty much stuffed. You've got to strip it all back down again. So just take your time and yeah, watch my video and you'll definitely get it right. Right, so this part is nailing the wooden like panel to the back. Now I think they've messed up a little bit here, because why they gave you a full size panel to put on the back when half of it's blocked off already? I mean, I don't see why not. They should have just done a half on there instead of having to nail the whole thing on. But as it is what it is. The easiest way to do this is to actually lay it back down on its front, on the bed or wherever you're doing it. I just find it easy if you do that. So I'll get into position and show you. You get a little tool with this as well, so that you don't, you know, when you're nailing it in, you don't miss this and like come out the side. So I'll lay it down on its front and show you that part. Right, so get the back piece of wood, put it on, line it all up so it's like level with the, you know, with the beading. Not like that. So yeah, just line it all up. Even if you push it up. Just lift it up. There we go, make sure it's all flush. Then you get this tool, put that on the edge like this, put the nail in the hole where it is and knock him in. But just be aware you haven't got that many nails, so I wouldn't go crazy with this. Just stick one in each corner, one in the middle, a couple down the side. Yeah, just make sure you don't run out of nails. So I'll just do that part. Just thought I'd do a really quick part of the video about how to use one of these, just in case nobody's used one before. So what you do, there's a hole there, you put the nail in, so it's like this. You push it up against, I'll do it here. So you push it up against the side, hit it about 3 times. Once it's gone into the wood, pull this away and knock it all the way home. Okay. Right, we're finally getting there. It's been a long and tedious journey. So put your wardrobe in its final position, or where you think it's going to go. I think it's going over there. Get the doors. You've got 6 hinges. These doors are universal, them left and right, so you can't get this wrong. You just put the hinge in, so it's facing downwards like that. Just kind of line it up central. And back to these screws, 2 in each. So it's 12 altogether. Screw all them in. Then I'll show you how to clip them onto the actual wardrobe. Alright, this last bit's going to be a bit hard to capture on video, but I'll try my best. What you want to do, get your door. See, because I'm going to have to do it with one hand, you see. Oh man. Don't get bashing the ceiling. Right, you want your hinges facing outwards like that. Okay. And then like these little screws. Oh shit, so I'll just knock that. See if I can get this to aim at one. Aim at it here. Right, this is going to be probably rubbish. But what you want to do is hook them onto the screws through the holes. And then push it forward. And then what you want to do is you want to close the door. While the door's closed, you want to screw in the top one and the middle one. So you screw in the top one. Make sure the door stays closed. Middle one. Once you've done that, you can open the door and then screw in the bottom now. Hold on a minute. See, I told you it'd be hard to video this part. But yeah, once you've done that, when you close it, it closes nicely. And then the handle, all it is the 2 long screws that are left in the packet. You just screw it on, just like a normal handle. And that's it. Alright, my little bit of feedback on it. I mean, this double wardrobe is £120. But if you've got the space, I'd pay the extra £30 for this one. Because you get this extra... So you get this extra cupboard on the end, plus you get the mirror for like £30 more. Because I say that one's 120 and this one's 150. Excuse me. So if you're restricted with space, then yeah, that's the one. It's 78 centimetres wide, by the way. And I can't remember what that one is now. But yeah. They're good quality. I mean, compared, you go to Argos, I don't think you can get a wardrobe for 150 quid. let alone it being any decent. So I know it's been a bit of a mishmash, this video, but you know, if it helps one person, that's good enough to me. And thanks for watching. Until next time, good luck with building your wardrobe. Anyway, thank you. So till next time, bye.